Today we talk about last week's news and got a bit carried away. We discuss Canada's fight for freedom, Sony buying Bungie, and Teenage Angst, the festival. If you are a meteorologist, send in your resume at our Instagram or at our website, tiltednotstirred.com. More at 11.
Hello, my name is Edwin.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm Frantic.
And together we are Tilted Not Stirred. So what has you guys feeling tilted today, guys? What's going on?
Oh, the same old, chilling, watching some movies, watching How I Met Your Mother.
Damn, you're rewatching that?
Yeah, it's actually the first season is actually a lot better than I remember.
Did How I Met Your Father spark that interest in you again?
I haven't watched that, but I was like, maybe it's worth giving the original.
There's a How I Met Your Father?
Yeah, it's got Hilary Duff.
I had no idea. Wait, Hilary Duff?
Hilary Duff is the pro tag.
Oh, interesting.
It's on Hulu.
Well, I don't have Hulu. Oh, well. Huh. I wonder if that show's even half as good as How I Met Your Mother.
No.
Damn.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything, so I'll take Edwin's word for it.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything good from it, so no.
It's kind of sad that How I Met Your Mother is such a great show, but whenever I hear like the show title, my mind immediately goes to the finale or just that final season in general, and it's just like, damn.
Yep, it dragged on for so long, and then they rushed the entire final season.
Kind of like Game of Thrones. Kind of like Game of Thrones.
It's one of Game of Thrones or shows that didn't stick the landing, that have a sour taste in people's mouths.
Yeah, they did all the backflips, all the twirls, everything was perfect, and then
broke their ankles on the way down.
Yeah.
Heard the same about Dexter and Lost too, right? I haven't seen Lost, but I've heard the ending's bad.
Hey, wasn't Lost like a really long show that spanned several years?
Yeah,
or am I thinking
long.
of something? Damn.
There was a lot of shows that didn't stick the landing. Wasn't there like Heroes as well or something like that?
I think Heroes was canceled.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what happened with Heroes, but I'm not too sure.
So like it just didn't ever get to the end?
Yeah, I guess that's what happened. Yeah. Don't quote me on that.
Damn.
I mean, the internet is basically we can just Google it, but
too much effort.
Yeah.
What did I do? I know what I didn't do last week, and that's work out. I had been pretty good about working out, but this last week was, I don't know. It was like a combination of being lazy, being on Discord a lot. I am now one of the community officers for the New World group that I play with. So, cool? Question mark.
What is that? A glorified admin?
It's kind of like a glorified admin. I don't really have like full administrative powers because the Discord's pretty big, like hundreds of players basically. But yeah, it's kind of cool. I'm an officer and stuff. But that's no excuse. I definitely should have gone to the gym.
I've been wanting to go to the gyms, but since COVID did a number on my lungs, it's kind of like, I mean, in my job, like I have to hike a lot, and hiking on its own, just a couple steps in, and I'm already winded. So, and it's not like it's a lack of physical fitness. It's more of I'm recovering from an infection. So,
I worked out for 1 week after we said we would, and then that kind of fell off after that.
Jeff, but you have the gym at home. Yeah, I know. It's very, very hard when you don't have that habit, and then it's very easily broken.
Yeah, for sure. You can work super hard like every week in, week out, and then you go on a trip or something that disrupts that, and it's over.
Yeah, but I did go on a very amazing date with my girlfriend. It was
Ooh.
nice. Usually when we try to plan things out, it's either someone's birthday or family or, something always kind of gets in the way. So we had that date night that ended with Lucille's. And damn, that banana pudding.
Yeah.
So
I haven't
good.
been there in a minute.
Last time I went to
So
Lucille's, I really wanted to try burnt ends, and I realized that burnt ends are not what's up.
It's just the shitty part of the rib that they cut off, dude.
Yeah, you're better.
Yeah,
off
I
could have
going
told you
with-
that.
I
You're better
didn't
off-
even know what it was. I was just like, oh, I want to try burnt. You know what I thought it was? I thought, when they do slices of meat and like there's like those tips that are just burnt.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think you're better off ordering tri-tip because that's kind of what you were looking for.
Yeah. So that's what it was, but it was literally everything I hate from.
Yeah, it's just a tiny
It's
bone
just a
surrounded
char-
by
it's
meat.
all
That's
charred.
just
It's all fat, dude. It's
Yeah.
all fat.
not where it's at.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not where it's at. And the sad part is my girlfriend ordered it because I ordered a sandwich, a pulled pork sandwich, and I was like, oh, I really want burnt ends. And she got a platter that you can pick, like your
Damn.
meats.
She used one of her picks.
Yeah, she used one of the picks for burnt ends, and we were both like, this sucks.
Oh man. So what did you do this week, Edwin?
Just work, and then I played a game about a schizophrenic girl, which was pretty great. She can't do like simple tasks and stuff, and it's just fantastic just to get it. It writes it in that mind, and like it's pretty cool to be in that perspective of, can't even accomplish like the simplest task without having a complete meltdown and be like talking to yourself from all angles, and it's pretty cool.
So what are
Another
you doing in this game? Are you like helping this person or are you that person?
You are a portion of herself that she creates in her head to kind of help her through stuff.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, and then you get little hints and pieces of her actual story in the background and stuff. It's pretty cool. I enjoyed it. And then what have I been up to? I've been reading a lot. Like I spent the last couple of days trying to finish this book that I've been reading, David Chang's Eat a Peach, and I think I might try to knock out realistically one book a month.
Well, that's one more book a month than me. So
Mm-hmm.
kudos to you, dude. Like I've been finding myself even like kind of falling asleep through shows. Like I started watching trying to finish the second season of The Witcher. And I'm kind of midway and I caught myself kind of dozing off a couple of times, and it's kind of sad because I really, really do like The Witcher and the show.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just kind of like damn, like this is kind of dragging on a little, and maybe I just don't have the patience anymore. Maybe my mind has been corrupted, like everybody else's right now, where I just want that instant gratification.
Attention span kind of thing.
Or,
Maybe.
maybe your mind was on a video game that you've been playing nonstop.
Dude, I'm trying to take a break a little bit. Like I'm not playing as much. I am after the podcast. I'm definitely gonna try to bang out another episode of The Witcher. Trying to do other things right now. But yeah,
Or maybe just try to play a different game. Squeeze in like something that you've been interested in.
yeah, I'm definitely experiencing some burnout, and the fact that the developers with every patch somehow make the game worse. So, fun times.
That's rough, man. Especially
Yeah.
for a game that you were just so hyped on, and they themselves are killing it for you.
Yeah, I think I'm hoping that they can turn it around a little bit. I don't mind doing other things in the meantime. Problem is that as more people quit, it's kind of like a snowball effect, right? And so you have a few people quitting because the game sucks, or you have people quitting because Lost Ark is about to come out, which is another MMO that's coming out in, what is it? I think the 8th of February. If you buy one of those packs, that gives you 3-day early access.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of people are talking about like leaving the game to go do that instead. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting the next couple of weeks. But yeah,
I'm not sure. I've never played an MMO to the degree where, like, that's all I do. I've never been like a one video game kind of person.
yeah.
But could you potentially juggle a couple of MMOs at the same time, or is that not a thing?
That's tough, dude, because it's already a huge time commitment for just one. And if you, let's say theoretically, if you split your time evenly among the two, then now you're gonna be mediocre at both.
Gotcha.
That's just kind of the nature of the beast. It really depends on what your expectations are. If you want to be a top player on the server, then you have to put in the time. If you're okay with being casual and just having fun, then you'll just enjoy that kind of content.
Interesting.
Yeah. But enough about video games. Let's go to the real world. The real world is not that much better.
Things happened this week.
Yeah, a lot of things happened this week, actually. The news section has too many things to talk about. And I normally try to kind of condense it into two, but today there's going to be quite a few. So one of the ones that caught my eye was this Canada, quote-unquote, freedom convoy. I don't know if you guys heard about it.
Brothers.
Yeah, so apparently there's some there's Canadian patriots as well. Conservatives don't only exist in America, so so the mandates in Canada for COVID are, I think, I guess you could say harsher than the ones here. They're a little more demanding. And anyways, so there was about 50,000 truckers. Never mind. Sorry about that. 50,000 truckers basically driving so the convoy set out from British Columbia, and they made like a 2,000-mile trek to Ottawa, Canada, which is the capital. And they're basically protesting against, well, at first they were protesting because Canadian drivers are unable to enter the U.S. unless they're vaccinated, because then to come back in, it's really tough, right? And a lot of truckers live off of being able to find work either on the Canadian side or the U.S. side. And so what first started as a protest against the COVID mandate against truck drivers, it just like everything else became political. And now you have Canadian conservatives applauding it, and you have Trudeau, which is the prime minister, trying to remain unfazed, basically, about like what's happening, and saying that they're a small minority, and that in Canada 90% of us are all vaccinated, and blah blah blah, all this stuff. And so, really, really interesting. Can you imagine 50,000 trucks? Just like,
that sounds like a traffic jam and a half, dude.
Stretching over 40 miles. I saw some of the pictures, and it was kind of insane.
Weren't they blaring their horns the entire time too?
I mean, I'm sure they were.
Yeah, there was some Twitter posts about people complaining about the horns being very, very overly dramatic about the noise.
What was that quote you said?
You're gonna make me repeat it?
Yes.
I think it's...
Wait, which one? The one about the cat or the other one?
The other one.
People were comparing it to the fucking Holocaust, dude.
That's insane.
That is what we call a first world problem.
That is fucking stupid.
So truck drivers blaring their horns, and and people conflating it to
They
to
now
that,
know
yeah.
how oppression feels like.
Oppression
it's-
sucks. It
It's
really
like
does.
it's like Karen's
man.
complaining Karen to the N-word.
But they're
Mega Karens, dude.
they're Canadian Karens though. So what's a Canadian Karen?
Also Karen.
Also,
Yeah.
Yeah. Karen knows no bounds, dude.
Yeah, they're
so,
not racially exclusive or nationally exclusive.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
that happened over the weekend in Canada. Fun times.
Damn.
Yeah. And another piece of story here is that was it last one? No, 2 episodes ago we talked about Microsoft basically acquiring Activision Blizzard. What was that, like 69 billion? Almost $69 billion deal?
Yeah, it was 68,700.
Yeah, 68.7. So Sony seeing this, I guess this is their response? Question mark. So they purchased Bungie, and Bungie is basically the studio that spearheads the whole Destiny video game franchise.
And
mean,
they made
they're-
Halo.
They made Halo, which is the sole, like, that's what Xbox made its name on.
Yeah, that's what
You
they were
know.
built upon.
Yep. And so they purchased Bungie for 3.6 billion. So not quite the almost 69 billion, but
With more news to come, according to the CEO, that this isn't. There's
this
more to
isn't
come.
it. Oh no.
Yeah, there's more.
The
Who
arms
knows?
race and the consolidation of the gaming industry continues.
That's
Bro,
scary,
what if they
dude.
buy Take-Two?
What happened?
What if they buy Take-Two?
Take-Two?
People who make
Mm.
Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto.
They make their Rockstar games and then 2K.
I mean, I kind of do. Whenever I think of GTA and Red Dead Redemption, I do kind of think of Sony.
I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5 is the highest grossing media of all time.
True.
So yeah, we'll see. I don't know. They probably wouldn't sell, but
Who knows, dude?
one can dream.
I don't think that the consolidation of the video game industry is healthy.
Yeah, Edwin, we shared our thoughts on all this 2 episodes ago, but you weren't there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
now-
what, do you-
now
what,
you
what do
gotta-
you think? Let it out. Your thoughts.
I mean, it's just not healthy at all when you have the outlets that say, you know, what should I, like, when you go out and say, I'm going to buy a game, you know, and it's like either Sony, PlayStation, or Nintendo entirely, you know, and I think choice really does help consumers in general, where you have quality of life changes that occur because if they don't do these things, they will lose out on money, and you know, competition's going to make companies better. Whereas opposed to if they have no competition for a franchise they say you really, really love and you're tied to, then your franchise is not gonna progress. Instead, it's whatever they want to give you, and if you're that into it, you're going to keep buying it or whatever, you know. And that's the only outlet to that, and it's really unfortunate to just be tied to something, you know, as a consumer. You know, for all these companies, that's good for them, I guess, because they have those people that are diehards for something, for a franchise, and they'll just keep buying from them straight. But it's not good for the consumer in general. The flip side of it. I know people are cheering on whoever they cheer for by acquiring all these studios and saying, yes, my experience is going to be better with these things, but there's really no inclination for those companies to do good by you, you know?
Yeah. I
So-
mean, the good thing right now is that at least it's still very profitable to have. So, for example, to have Call of Duty not just on a Microsoft Xbox, right, but to also have it be available for the Sony PlayStation.
Yeah. They're good.
the-
They're going to do good by existing contracts, but there's no indication that it's going to continue, let's
Yeah.
say, being, you know, cross-platform and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
That's true. I mean, when we were well, my family was first an Xbox family, and so we got to enjoy like the Gears of War franchise and the Halo, obviously the Halo series, and then once we became a PlayStation household, I couldn't really touch those games anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if more of those things start happening with like new IPs, should be interesting to see, because right now it seems like they want to play nice, but they're secretly acquiring all these. Well, not even secretly, right? But they're acquiring all these new guns, and I wonder if at any point they're gonna start, taking aim at each other.
Yeah, which is eventually they're gonna do. Eventually it's gonna turn pretty nasty again, and this whole PlayStation versus Xbox thing is gonna be even more entrenched, which I never liked. I never liked that whole, oh, you play on PlayStation, you suck, Xbox is where it's at, or the opposing side or anything. But like when those campaigns started off, it was like slightly before the internet, like not before the internet, but when the internet was social media was at its infancy.
Yeah.
So they didn't know the damage they were doing. When they started going like, oh, if you play Xbox, you're a baby, or stuff like that.
Yeah.
And now the damage is going to be even more divided for no apparent good reason.
Yeah. I think the deal also shows how Microsoft is serious about being competitive in this space, because Sony PlayStation has greatly outsold like Xbox, right? Yeah, and so I mean, it just shows how serious Microsoft is about this, and how Sony's like, we see you, and so we're gonna continue doing our thing as well.
Yeah. I mean, Sony just said that they want to make a alternative to Game Pass, right? And then Game Pass, it's probably the best deal in gaming right now in general. You pay what, $20, less than $20 a month, and you can play a million games and stuff that are there that you could just download to your account and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that kind of service right now is really a great deal, but that the service is going to increase in price, right? And when the other service comes up, like, they're going to be,
it's going to be tough to have both.
Yeah.
Because once you consider the cost of having both at the same time, you're, over the span of like, let's say a month or two, then you're basically like, you could have bought a game with that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas Netflix, Netflix keeps increasing their prices and stuff, and we're all kind of tied in already. We're there. We're kind of like, I guess I'll pay. What is it, $20 now?
Is it $20 a month now?
Dude, I
Or
don't
15?
know. I think it's
They
like
just
12
recently-
or 15.
15. They just recently increased it, so
Damn,
it's
I should look at my bank statements. Netflix is one of those that I wish I didn't have to pay, so I don't really look at how much they're charging me.
yeah. So it's eventually gonna happen where they're just gonna increase prices and stuff, and we're just gonna be worse for it. But
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, talking about increasing prices, what about that When We Were Young concert?
Oh.
That festival. The price they added a third day.
They added a second day too, right? When we first
Yeah.
saw the poster, it was one day.
Yeah. So first it was October 22nd. They said, you know what, we're gonna run this thing again on October 23rd. And I was telling my girlfriend,
The same bands and everything, or are they gonna split them up?
It's the exact same concert, which I was very disappointed about. If
Oh my god!
it would have been the same price, but now you have a weekend and they'll split the bands on both days, and that would have been kind of lit.
Yeah, it would have been an actual worth it festival. 'Cause you can see all the bands you want.
Exactly. And so they added a second day, and I told my girlfriend, like, yo, just watch, just give it a day or two. They're going to announce the third day, and then I wouldn't be surprised if they announce a fourth. And this is all just like hype generation, right?
Yeah, it's kind of reminiscent to the Fire Festival. There's no way this thing can deliver.
Oh, they're
There's-
definitely gonna add a fourth day. Sorry, just looking at the calendar.
Yeah, but there's
Yeah.
no way this concert can deliver on anyone. You know, when it was one day, right? When it was one day, if you do the math, it was like less than 14 minutes per band on stage.
Well, they're
Well, I'm
on
assuming there's
several
gonna
stages.
be like there's gonna be like 3 or 4 stages.
At that point, then you're going to be even worse for it.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like a Warp Tour where they have 30-minute sets
In
And-
different stages.
on different stages, and they're playing at the same time basically. And when I went to my first Warp Tour, I thought like, well, if they're playing at the same time, wouldn't the sounds kind of start blending? And they actually don't. It's kind of cool. But anyways, the fact that there's a ton of really like cool bands that you could feel nostalgia over, and you have to pick and choose, and then with these prices, it's kind of insane. Like, I'm on their website right now. General admission is $245
That's
for one
insane.
day.
for a single day. And that's obviously that's not counting like all the hotel and ticket packages are starting at $500.
How are you gonna have a concert called When We Were Young and not
not
have
have-
the Killers?
Oh, damn, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I mean, they're headlined by My Chemical Romance and Paramore. What are your thoughts?
You know what's funny?
They
My
both
Chemical
bangers, dude.
Romance. My Chemical Romance is a band that I purposely stayed away from.
Why? It's
And
as teenage angst as teenage angst gets.
I didn't want to do Teenage Saints when I was a teenager.
When you were an angsty teenager, you didn't want to.
I was just like, I'm going the other way. I'm trying to avoid this, and yeah, I just never listened to them, except for that when I was a young boy song. You couldn't escape that song.
Welcome to the Black Parade.
That and like Good Charlotte, that was another band that I was like,
I
maybe
mean, Good
not.
Charlotte
Good
had
was
like
cool too.
one good album though.
Yeah, I'm looking at the poster, and I mean, it's a lot of really good bands. And then speaking on the headliners, I know Edwin and I, we were both obsessed with Paramore for a time.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that'd be really cool. But me
I feel
personally,
like
me personally, I've been to so many festivals and concerts, and I've already seen a lot of these bands. I'm kind of like,
Bullet for My Valentine is also missing from that.
Yeah. I mean, I guess for like when we were young,
I mean,
like,
that's literally the time period they got all those bands from.
true. Where's Bullet for My Valentine from again? Aren't they Australian? Are they Australian? I think so.
I have no clue.
But anyways, I don't know. That doesn't seem like it's gonna have a good end.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people were claiming that like, oh, this is Fire Festival 2.0. It's gonna be a scam. Because some of the bands did come out and said like, yeah, we're so happy to be a part of this, and others were like, they didn't know until this announcement came out that they were gonna be there.
Oh,
what
you
the fuck?
serious?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't want to say it's normal, but like the managers and stuff that own these bands, they sign them up, and a lot of the times artists don't, like, they're just as surprised as everyone else. So
What this announcement really did do though is it made me nostalgic for music that I used to listen to in high school.
oh yeah,
One of
for
those
sure.
bands is Snow Patrol. I used to like fuck heavy with Snow Patrol like a lot. And they have an album they released in 2019 that remixed all of their music. All of their bangers, they redid all of them. And they sound completely different, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I mean, when I saw this poster, I listened because I seen Neck Deep on here. I listened to a couple of Neck Deep songs, and I'm like, damn, this would actually be kind of cool.
I know that you like Issues too, right? And they're playing.
Issues is not playing. Yeah.
I thought it would. All right,
No,
cool.
I don't think they're a band right now either because of some allegations. Well, some real allegations. If something is real, is it still an allegation?
Question mark?
I think it is until it gets actually proven. Is it actually proven?
I guess allegation is just like a court term, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until it's proven in the court of law.
Yeah. I don't know if they went to court for it, but basically the lead singer was a bit of a predator.
Híjole.
Yeah. But
What's up, Jeff? What were you going to say?
I lost my train of thought.
Speaking of, I guess, predators, this soccer player for Manchester United, he's a 20-year-old player, came through the academy. His name is Mason Greenwood. And he was known for being like a really, really, really good technical player, stuff like that. You know, he was able to kick the ball with 2 feet, and everybody thought it was the greatest thing since sliced bread. But anyways, this guy, his girlfriend, posted on her Instagram pictures and audio and video of the abuse that Mason Greenwood would do to her, you know. And there's a lot of like pictures that are spanning a lot of time that show her bloodied and bruised in various ways.
Jesus.
And the audio was a little intense. She has a 15-minute audio clip that she knew it was coming, so she started recording, and then you hear Mason Greenwood come in and was like, you know, put your legs up. And she's like, dude, I don't want to have sex. And then she's like, I don't give a fuck what you want. And then she's like, and then he responds, I don't give a fuck what you want. Stop talking to me. And she's like, no, I don't want to have sex. Please go have sex with someone else. And then he responds with, I asked you nicely. Now I'm getting what I want, kind of thing.
Damn.
And it's one of those things that it's fucking like, it makes your blood boil, one, and it's just so inhuman, so such a monster for a fucking 20-year-old kid, you know? And so, you know, he was taken into custody for rape accusations and stuff, and he lost his Nike sponsorship, and he won't be playing any more games for Manchester United.
Yeah, life is over.
This guy ruined his career, but the person sitting across the bench from him, which is Cristiano Ronaldo, also has a rape allegation, but he's on top of the world still. It's kind of interesting because a lot of stories are coming out of like soccer players being monsters with women and stuff, and it's kind of crazy the shit that's coming out, you know. And I guess when you're young and you have unlimited source of money, you start being a degen. I don't know, but
I think it always just boils down to like, I guess like a power trip.
yeah,
Like you just
Nah.
have the
know what
money
it
and the
is.
power, and you're able to.
Jeff knows what it is.
Oh.
What is it, Jeff?
What is it?
These people have been naturally talented their whole life, right? So they're just used to getting everything they fucking want, dude. Like their parents probably showered them with praise with everything, you know? It's always like, oh, I want this, you can have this, right? Like, I want to be a pro soccer player, and now you're a pro fucking soccer player. These guys have such an inflated fucking ego that they can just think they're above everyone else and can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah,
That's it.
It could be a lot of things, and that's a very plausible thing, you know.
I mean, ego, power, kind of the same. It's the fact that they've been sought after and given all this power, not just like monetary wise, but just like socially as well, right? And so What I don't get is why they have to resort to being as evil as possible with it, as destructive. They feel that they can just break the world to their will, right? And so I could understand like people having fetishes and them wanting to do some weird stuff. But the moment that you think that you own someone else and that they're there to satisfy your pleasures and you're gonna get what you want, doesn't matter whether they like it or not. That's where it's just like, geez, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Mason Greenwood's already been in like kind of like the controversy during the Euros. He was some Icelandic models were going to go over to his apartment to have sex, and they got caught, and it was during peak COVID, so there was a huge like regulations and stuff, and he got sent home from the England squad, and a lot of people are like, dude, he's young, he doesn't know any better, like they were making arguments for him, but he was married the whole time. You know what I mean?
Oh, what the fuck?
They were making arguments for him and he was married.
Yeah. They were making arguments for him why England squad shouldn't send him home, why this and that, like why they need him. And it's one of those things that, do sports really set a priority over being a decent human being? Like why is it that in society we're able to forgive some of these people for being fucking monsters, just because they're good at what they do? And it's like, it's insane, right? Before, society was making excuses for him, but now it actually turns out he's a fucking monster, and it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think on that front, because what I can't explain is why a fan base would be okay with what they're doing and try to defend it. But I can see from like the team's perspective, when these players have these kinds of allegations, the only reason why they're benching them or they're dropping them from the team is just solely on the PR, on the backlash if they don't, right?
Yeah.
Because if it were up to them, they would keep them because, for them, it's all about the results.
Exactly.
And so as long as you are able to kind of manage the PR and not have it blow up as much, then you'll have people that'll get away with things and they'll just use their money to settle stuff and, keep this thing going. And then
it's the sad thing about the world, man. You grease the right palms and things just start disappearing.
Exactly. And it's one of those things that I'm like, I respect how Manchester United is handling this, and Nike themselves also suspended their sponsorship until everything gets figured out. But he definitely deserves to be in prison, and she was brave for coming out like she did. Her social media, she just one day just posted everything, and now since then her social media account has been wiped. So I don't know what that means, but
it's probably for like evidence and stuff.
Yeah, so
her attorney probably told her to stop.
Yeah, you got to take everything down, and yeah,
yeah, it's pretty insane. I mean, Ronaldo, what happened to him? He got taken out of the FIFA cover, but who knows? He's still Ronaldo.
Still Ronaldo.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, huh?
Damn, dude, that's rough. I don't even know.
Yeah, I'm hoping that with this comes like change and reform when it comes to, put it in contracts where if you're a fucking deviant, if you are a criminal in any way, shape, or form, your contract's revoked. You don't have to pay you shit.
I mean, some contracts do have morality clause. It's just one of those things you never hear of.
I mean, I really do hope Manchester United kind of severs ties with him, So it's just one of those things that it's kind of crazy to have.
I think that you have to keep making an example out of people. Like the folks that do bad things, they need to be punished. And I think everyone needs to kind of know about the punishment, because you got to continue deterring this kind of behavior.
He was a 20-year-old kid, man. That's wild.
Yeah, and I'm sure that a lot of aspiring stars are kind of taking a look at this, and hopefully they take a look at what they're doing.
I won't name any names, but there was this kid that we went to school with. He went to play in the Mexican division, and he recently got, like, not recently, but a year back, he raped and murdered somebody.
Oh, what the fuck?
So yeah, he got taken out of his squad as well. He's in prison now, but it's kind of crazy, huh? He's also a soccer player.
I don't know. I think someone should be looking into this soccer.
Dude,
a lot of scumbags in there.
I don't think it's just soccer, dude. I don't think it's just.
Well, I don't know.
I mean,
man.
let's take a look at our NFL real quick.
Dude, I just wanted to talk about the Super Bowl, and now it's just sports right now is a sour topic.
Yeah, we can talk about the NFL, the sweet stuff that's coming out, but the NFL itself has a bunch of deviants as well that nothing really happens to them.
A bunch of dudes banging their heads together and then taking those traumas home.
Yeah.
Damn. Fuck. That reminded me of Chris Benoit. But let's get into the Super Bowl.
Let's talk about good
Rams
right.
Bengals, boys.
I'm in the Bengals camp from the start of I'm a Brady fan, but I said second team was Bengals, and I'm glad to see that they're there.
It was on recording. Check the tapes. I was a 49er fan yesterday, or the last time.
Boo.
Boo.
I'm conflicted here because I am a LA sports fan, but the Bengals have a pretty good story.
So here's the thing about football in LA, right? When we were growing up, we didn't have a team.
Right.
So,
a lot of people are Raiders or Niners fans.
Yeah, exactly. People are Raiders, Niners, Cowboys, Dolphins, Patriots, Giants, like you name it.
Oh, that's true.
It's a mixing pot here. But like I never cared about football that heavily invested to like pick a team. So now that the Rams are here, I'm all in on the Rams. So
okay,
let's go Rams.
Is it because Stafford is the quarterback?
I've been following Stafford's career since the Lions. Okay.
That's why.
I'll have you know.
That's why. Weren't you a Lions fan
even though they were the worst? A Lions fan.
They were the worst team in the league.
I got on the Lions bandwagon when no one else was on there. When they went 0-16, that was my team.
And yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense.
You know what the Super Bowl always does to me? I'm always like, this year's the year I'm gonna get into football. And then the MLS does the same thing. This year's the year I'm going to get into MLS. And I just can't fucking do it. There's like, I don't even know when or where to watch the games. It's just insane.
Sundays. Literally Sunday.
Monday Night Football, Sundays, and Sundays.
And isn't there like Thursday night too?
I think there's Thursday games.
There's one game on Thursday. One or two.
Fuck, I don't even know.
And then one game on Monday.
The thing is, I would love to watch the league for at least a year before I pick a team to support. But I always said that the teams that I would support are probably the Seahawks and the Chargers, but only because I was born in San Diego.
Chargers. I mean, you also lived in Seattle, so.
Yeah, so one of those teams would be my pick, but I could also go with the LA teams. I don't know.
It's pretty good default.
If they win, might as well just fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just join the Rams. Just join the Rams bandwagon, dude.
Isn't the Super Bowl in LA?
Yeah, it's going to be good.
So if the Rams win, that's going to be kind of lit, actually.
Yeah, 2 years in a row where the hosting team had the actual team there. Brady
What
did
if-
it in Tampa.
What if they lose? Are we gonna be scared?
No, I don't think
know.
enough people.
No.
care
No
people
Raiders
about
fans
like
is
the
there, dude.
Rams?
The Raiders fans aren't there. We'll be fine.
Oh man, unfortunately, I'm gonna be in Mexico that weekend.
What?
Oh, humble brag. What's up?
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, I'm
Where
gonna
you-
have a good time, but it's gonna when we booked the flights, I did not even consider like when is the Super Bowl.
Damn, that's.
Dude, who
And,
cares, dude?
Now, what do you mean, dude? That the Super Bowl is American as it gets, and you're gonna be in Mexico? Damn.
Yeah, no,
I don't know,
I'm
man.
gonna-
Whoa.
I got the
I don't know, man.
I got the tickets back in December, and I had no idea that I was gonna be missing like the biggest event.
I don't know. I thought
It's
you was
not-
a Jew
don't
patriot,
even-
brother.
Don't even put that much.
I thought
fucking
you were a Jew
importance.
patriot, brother.
Dude, the NFL Super Bowl game is the biggest event of the year.
But do you watch that fucking thing the whole year?
Yes, I
No.
watched the game. Yeah, but
Dude,
the-
we've hung out like to watch a Super Bowl for like 5 years in a row now. at
Yeah,
this
I
point.
get that people get together for it and stuff, but I think it's not important unless you did spend the whole fucking season kind of going through it, right?
I'm pretty
really.
sure the Super Bowl is the only thing that still unites Americans to this day. Everything else already has us divided. The
Everything is so political that
the Super Bowl is the only thing that still remains.
Damn,
brother.
that's a sad fucking statement.
It
That hit
is.
hard.
It is. Oh man, but the Bengals Rams game is gonna be real interesting because the Rams is a bunch of like it's a star-studded cast with veterans, and the Bengals are a bunch of rookies that are basically hitting their stride at the right time. And so I don't think they have any real business of being there, but the fact that they're there goes to show how hot they are right now as a team.
Is it one of those teams that there's no way they're all coming back the next year because they're all getting
For
Nah, all these guys are-
dished out?
for the Rams, maybe because
No, for the Bengals.
oh no, the Bengals. Oh no, they're. I think last season
they can only get
were,
better at this point.
I think last season they were like super negative. Like maybe they.
But
won.
are they all under contract or are they just gonna
they
be?
can only get better from this point.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
They're gonna
okay.
continue being good.
Yeah, they're rebuilding. This is their rebuild year.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, exactly. So they're gonna be scary.
No, that's probably the worst thing that can happen to a franchise. Too.
What do you mean?
On the rebuild year, the first year?
No,
Yeah,
I think this is like their second or third rebuild year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But still, they have like 52 million in the budget for next year to spend.
Okay.
Yeah, they're in
yeah.
the greatest position they could have asked for.
Okay, that's really good.
Go
Damn.
Rams.
I'm going for the Bengals, dude. I like the story. I
Dude,
like the story.
Bengals.
Nah, go Rams. Go Stafford. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
So what
Kershaw,
we got?
Kershaw's gonna be there. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Probably.
We got Lil Jon. We got
Lil
not Lil
Jon.
Jon. Dr. Dre.
Oh, the
Um,
half.
It's
Oh, that's
Dr.
the
Dre,
real, the real people.
Snoop
playing.
Dogg.
Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, and Mary J. Blige.
Oh, dude, Kendrick. I'm there for Kendrick.
That's probably one of the saddest things about missing the game is not being able to watch that live.
Dude, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be in Mexico, man. Chill. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, but dude, that's a legendary halftime show.
It's as Californian as it gets. And Eminem is there.
And Eminem.
and Eminem.
I think Mary J. Blige is from. Oh, I don't want to say,
I
but
don't know where
Georgia.
she's from.
I think she might be.
I feel like
From the
she's
South?
from New York, but not sure.
Yeah, we should I'd probably
Look that up right
after.
now.
Yeah. Where's she from?
Is anyone looking it up?
Yes, I'm looking it up. Oh yeah, place of birth, the Bronx.
Bronx. Oh, okay.
The Bronx, New York. There it is.
Is she still as hot as when like
comment.
not no hot as in like hot like in like she's still like putting out
Oh.
bangers?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
listen to
know.
that type of music.
I've also, I mean, that's one of the things that I've noticed for me is that I don't keep up with artists. Like after the first release that I like, the first album, after that I don't keep up.
I kind of the same way. I don't always keep up with everything, right?
It's so hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I do. A Day to Remember puts one album out like every 2 years, so might as well listen to it.
But you keep up and you add that to like your music taste and stuff.
Not the last album.
Yeah, I mean, either the last
Sad
album, I
face.
haven't listened to it.
Oh, I listened to the last album. Sad face.
Oh, damn.
You wish you didn't. It was that bad.
It's not A Day to Remember.
Damn. Well, I mean, we're like
We had a
50.
topic.
We're like 50 minutes in, and we had a topic. But I guess you guys still want to tackle it a little bit.
How about
We
save
could
it
do,
for
like,
next week?
Yeah, we can save it
Leave
for
people
next week,
hanging.
I guess.
Leave
I guess
people
this is
hanging.
just the news, and
We were very spoken about the news today.
Okay.
the news were pretty crazy this time around, though. So
All right. Well,
Um,
put this one in the back pocket then. We'll leave the folks in
Yeah.
suspense.
I mean, we could also just elaborate on it ourselves, make it a better podcast, make it a more structured podcast too. We haven't had one of those in a while.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that'll I'm cool with that.
And I keep getting I don't know, people who listen, hopefully they can, rectify this if this is incorrect. But I keep hearing that people like our off the cuff stuff more. So I guess this is a little bit off the cuff.
I mean, I have heard basically the same. With that being said, though, I'm still working on the Stream Deck so that we can incorporate sound effects and stuff to the podcast. So it's not gonna provide structure, but perhaps we're gonna shake up a little bit as far as like how the episodes sound and like we usually have like Jeff doing the intro, but perhaps we'll have I'll have like a button for the music track to play for like the intro sound, and so maybe we'll decide on how we want to maybe change the format a little bit.
Okay.
Give
Maybe
us
we
your
get
feedback.
some transitions. Yeah, some transitions would be
Give
nice.
us
as well.
feedback, people.
Yeah, some transition.
Let us know
stuff.
what you want to hear out of us. How about that?
So I've heard also that like I want to do this, but I'm not sure how we can do this, how we can make it happen. Maybe some feedback as well here. To have like either a book club, an album club, or a video game club where we would all play a game together for the month and kind of discuss what's going on. That could be like an adjacent experience, not the main podcast, but like a little side piece, some side piece action. Who knows? So
Okay.
while we have you listening, give us some feedback on what you wanna hear.
I think some people might be more interested in the book one.
The book one.
And I think it'd be interesting if Jeff and I actually read.
Hey, whoa! Why are you dragging us into this, Frantic?
I'm just saying it could be a cool experience because I think reading a book is a little more like gender and class neutral, right? Like everyone can
I
read a
don't know,
book.
man.
I hope.
I have never been able to sit down and read a whole book.
Not
Like a
everyone
whole-ass
has
book.
access to like video games or a console or a computer, for example.
That's true.
So
That's 100% true.
if we chose maybe like a short novel,
Maybe an album too. Album's
music-
pretty easy.
music as well, yeah.
Yeah, music's the easiest. So you can just pull up the album on YouTube.
And you just kind of listen to it, have thoughts on every song. Share with each other what's going on.
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool to have Edwin recommend us books and we can get into it a little bit.
Oh God, it's high school all over again. I'm gonna come in bullshitting my way. I'm gonna watch the movie the day before. I'll have the cliff notes open.
You're gonna have your notes open,
Yeah, Spark Notes.
flip through a couple of pages, highlight a sentence, like, oh yeah, on this.
This was my favorite quote right
You're
here.
annotating your book. You're like on page. Well, if you flip to page 50, paragraph 3, I really like it. When it's like,
You really like it. It's a fucking sentence you say way out of context because you don't know how he said it or how they said it.
oh man.
I used to do that shit during fucking school.
I never read a book during school, man. It was all Spark Notes and movies.
I will express my support for the book club thingy. I think that'd be kind of cool. Yeah.
Book club, music club, or video game club. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be. I mean, I've always been super down for this kind of stuff. So I've always wanted a book club.
Or
myself.
what about a show club too? Like we all watch a show together.
There you go. That's something that. Could
That's
be fun.
something.
That can be cool too. Yeah.
A movie.
Yeah.
That's another one.
Movie club.
Show/movie. Everyone's got Netflix nowadays.
Damn. Okay, we'd have to hash this out like off podcast and kind of see how to approach it. I feeling the timetable for like a book probably be like the whole month. Even a video game, kind of like the whole month. A show would be like 2 weeks probably.
Depending
Movie,
on
If
the
it's
length
on
of the show.
Netflix, it might be like a binge session. Like
I'm
binge
not.
through
I'm
the
not a
first-
fan of binging.
Everybody
talked
binge
about
half the show for 1 week and then the other half the next.
That's insane. Maybe a month as well for a show.
But dude, like, how do you expect people to watch one episode a week and then we discuss one episode? People are not gonna have that kind of.
No, I know. We can discuss it as a group, as a collective. I'd say episodes 1 through 5 or something.
Yeah, I mean, all of this stuff can be made possible as long as the folks listening at home, if y'all
They
just
want
give us your vote. One thing that you would like, and then we'll tally it all up, and then we'll see where this goes.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Cool.
All right. Well,
Any last final conclusion, thoughts, concerns?
Go Rams.
Well, that's gonna be a couple weeks from now, but yes, go Bengals.
Well, the playoffs were yesterday.
Meow.
So sue me.
yeah. How about treat each other excellent? You know, just be good human people. Human people, yes.
Be good
Yes.
human
Yes.
people, everyone.
Yes.
And
Be
Yep,
good.
that's the tagline for the episode, ladies and
Exactly. Be good human people, everyone.
all right. Well,
All right.
guess that's it.
So that brings us to the end of the episode.
Yeah.
You can reach us at our website, tiltednuster.com, or at our Instagram. You can listen to us on iTunes, Spotify, and YouTube.
Oh, another thing. We're on iHeartMedia now too. So if
hell yeah.
for those who like
Wow.
listening to podcasts on iHeartMedia, then it should be there. Last I checked, it was there.
Hey, that's neat.
Yeah. And remember to join us to share your questions and voice your thoughts on what has you tilted, not stoyed.
Adios.